these difficult economic times. And so if you came here imagining that the ministry has called you with a begging bowl to beg for alms, get it out of your mind right now. We ask you here to come and gather together to celebrate as kin, because we have so many reasons to celebrate. Today is a day we wanted to say, number one, to say thank you. We wanted to say thank you to our own team, the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports. We wanted to say thank you to our team. Our team has worked incredibly hard in the last 1 year. We came in as a new administration headed by His Excellency William Ruto. We came in on a wave of transformation, riding an incredible agenda for this country, which we call the plan, the manifesto that brought our administration into office. We quickly took time to transform that plan into a policy framework. It is called Bottom-Up Economic Transformation Agenda. It is a framework whose vision, whose imagination is to change Kenya, to transform the fortunes of our land bottom up, bringing into the fold the largest segment of our population that has always felt left out of the socio-economic circuit. When you look at the better, what we call the better agenda, the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, there are 5 pillars. Pillar number 5 is where we exist as a ministry and a sector. A pillar that recognizes the power of sports and creatives to transform and to help to revive the economic fortunes of our land. And today I pay special tribute to the team at the ministry that inherited a sector that was in a total mess. We inherited football that was in limbo, suspended by the International Football Federation, FIFA. We inherited rugby that was in a free fall, ultimately culminating in Kenya falling out of the HBC World Series. We inherited swimming federation that had been in limbo of a ban by World Aquatics for close to 7 years. In short, we inherited a scene that was in a total mess. In fact, Kenya's premier sporting discipline, athletics, the one event, the one discipline that has perhaps helped to brand this country globally more than any other, was on the verge of being banned by World Athletics because of the crisis of doping. And if it were not for emergency intervention in November 2022, intervention that included His Excellency President William Ruto himself engaging directly with the President of World Athletics, Lord Sebastian Coe, who we even invited to Kenya as part of that intervention, Kenyan athletics would be in limbo today because of doping. Good people, that is the situation this ministry inherited, and many, many other challenges. I could go on and on in terms of the kind of scenario we inherited. And this team at the ministry has performed what I consider to be a miracle, to turn around that scenario to the scenario we have today, where our sporting trajectory is rising at a level never witnessed before. We have turned around that ship completely. Our football is back after engaging FIFA. I traveled to meet Mr. Gianni Infantino myself, the president of FIFA, and our football is back. In the last holidays, in December, the most defining feature of our December holiday was football here, football there. Huku kule hapa pale, everybody was playing football. Super Cup here, Super Cup there. Everybody was Super Cupping all over the place. And I sat back and said, wow, Kenyan football truly is back. Our rugby is back. Our Shujaa team has just won the Dubai leg of the HSBC Challenger Series last Sunday. That same team are the African champions. They won the African Championship last year to qualify directly for the Paris Olympics and will be representing Africa in Paris in the summer at the Olympics. We have waged a total all-out war on doping, committing $5 million per year for the next 5 years in an unprecedented war against doping. And our language today, tomorrow, and forever, zero tolerance to doping. And we are confronting doping in a systematic, deliberate, intentional, structured manner like Kenya has ever done before. World Aquatics last year, again after engagement, lifted the ban on our Kenya Aquatics, and our swimmers are back swimming. Overall, we have managed to turn the ship around. And for that, good people, give the staff of this ministry a round of applause. In that period of transformation, we have also taken time to send a clear message that we cannot travel this journey alone. In fact, the transformation I talk about, yes, has been the result of incredible work internally by the team in this ministry. But to a very large measure, we pay tribute to our partners, the partners who have worked with us every step of the way, who have been champions, who have believed in our agenda for transformation. And so our second mission today was to say shukran, asanteni sana to our partners. We thank you. And in the last year, we have had some incredible partnerships. We have had international partnerships which we have been able to put together. We have celebrated a year when Kenya signed a deal with the NBA, the National Basketball Association of the US, to grow the game of basketball here. We have celebrated a year when we have signed a deal with the Grammys, the International Academy of the Arts in the US, to grow music and the arts here. We have signed a deal with Invention Studios in LA, in Hollywood, under which this year alone, Invention Studios will be shooting 15 premiere movies in the Kenyan ecosystem. We have signed bilateral agreements with China, with France, with South Africa, with Mozambique, with Angola, many countries around, co-production agreements, agreements in sports. Last year, our boxers, under such an agreement, traveled to train in Cuba as part of our partnership between the government of Kenya and the government of Cuba to grow the game of boxing. I want to applaud those partnerships at that level. Here at home, I want to applaud corporates that have plugged into our mission of transformation. Listening to the introductions, I could pick out those of you who have been immense as we have struggled to turn around this ship. I want to thank the Kenya Commercial Bank in a very special way. KCB has been supportive of a lot of our work. When the Safari Rally was in limbo, in the wilderness, outside the World Rally Championship Series, the Kenya Commercial Bank held the rally, supported the rally in that entire period of the wilderness. And when the rally came back to the World Rally Championship, KCB was available again. And even for the rally of last year, KCB ranked as the top corporate partner with government in delivering the rally of 2023. But KCB also continues to support football, to support golf, to support basketball, to support many other sporting activities. I want to applaud our banks, other banks, NCBA, Absa Bank, banks that have stepped to the table to also partner with us in supporting other sporting disciplines. Asanteni sana. Today we say thank you. I want to thank our media fraternity, starting with the national broadcaster, the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, KBC. KBC, you've been a real patriot. A real patriot. As a national broadcaster, you have come forth, you have supported our programs, you have been a real partner for the Talanta Hela initiative, you have broadcast live programs that were key in our agenda to transform this scene. For the first time in the history of this country, the National School Ball Games in Kakamega County featured on live TV. And our youngsters, some of whom are really exciting you today, like Andrew Kibet, Amos Wanjala, Alvin Kasabuli, they featured live and were seen by Kenyans on live TV, thanks to the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. Other partners, the Nation Media Group, the Royal Media Services, Capital FM, People Daily, all of you who have been so key in plugging into our agenda and helping us run this agenda forward. This is an opportunity for us to say, Asanteni sana. We do not take your support for granted. And so, this morning, we wanted to thank the investment you have made in the transformation that we have witnessed. We also wanted to acknowledge the work of one critical partner that we cannot deliver our agenda without: the sporting federations and organizations. You are our natural partner. We work with you and through you. The policies, the legislation, the measures we put in place are rolled out through you. You're actually the front line forces to deliver the agenda we set. And so all of you federations, starting with the National Olympics Committee of Kenya, which really is the umbrella that brings together all associations, especially those that are of an Olympics nature, we want to thank you. We want to thank Athletics Kenya. We want to thank this WRC Safari Rally project. We want to thank our team that manages golf, that continues to demystify the wrong notion that golf is elitist. And indeed, since I came to office, I have seen a very deliberate agenda by golf to take golf to the people and to showcase golf really as a sport that is a hustler sport, but people can actually play golf. I want to thank our team that runs rugby. We are working with you incredibly hard to take Kenyan rugby back to the global high table. I want to thank our team that runs tennis. Our tennis is inching back, and we are all celebrating young talents like Angela Okutoi and the rest of the team. And I have attended countless games, tournaments of tennis, And I can say that with that momentum, our tennis will definitely get back to where it belongs. I want to thank our people who are running hockey, a game where Kenya used to be immense. We lost the path, but I am seeing effort to return our hockey back to the high table. Our team running cricket, we have a blueprint to return Kenyan cricket to the international arena. And I want to thank this morning the government of India, with whom we are developing a special master plan to revitalize our game of cricket. So overall, good people, as our partners, Kenyan sports is in a good space. It would be remiss of me if I did not recognize those of you partners who not only support our regular programs, but you are also normally on hand to come through for us at a very short notice. And in this regard, I want to thank partners like Visa. I want to thank in a very special way Safaricom. Safaricom has not only been a key corporate partner for us, but Safaricom has always been ready to come through for us on short notice. Last December, we hosted the largest youth event in the whole world, the Youth Connect Africa Summit, that brought to Nairobi 20,000 young people from across Africa and the rest of the world. Safaricom came through for us in very significant ways. And today, our friends, our partners, Safaricom, tunasema asanteni sana. So that is where we are. We wanted to applaud everybody who has been part of this journey and to tell you that building on that positive momentum, we are ready to go again this year. And this year, we want it to be bigger, better, and greater fun. And so, besides thanking you, let me conclude by also asking you now to fully plug into our agenda for this year. You can say that we have spent our last year well to turn around a very difficult situation. This year is a year to not only shoot for the moon, but to actually seek to own the entire orbit. We have some incredible events lined up this year. We have just had an incredible start to the year with our rugby teams doing very well in the Dubai leg of the HSBC Challenger Series. Agnes Nitich smashing the world record in the 10-kilometer road race in Valencia. So we have a new world record holder in town. Let us give it up to Agnes Nitich. Now we are getting into golf. We are looking forward to coming to Vipingo for the LET, for the Ladies European Tour. And soon thereafter, we'll be getting into the magical Kenya. A month down the line, we are right into the incredible, the adrenaline tingling, the best, biggest, swankiest, hardest, all the ESTs. You can give it all the ESTs. The WRC Safari Rally. And we are delighted that the Safari Rally is back to its traditional Easter weekend this year. So we are expecting incredible numbers for those of you corporates whose only interest is eyeballs. This year, with the timing of the rally returning to the Easter weekend, the eyeballs will be beyond your imagination. So even the value of what we are offering you just went up several notches higher because of shifting the date of the Safari Rally from June to the Easter weekend. After the Easter weekend and the Safari Rally, we shoot for the big one, the Paris Olympics. where this year Kenya will be presenting our biggest squad or our biggest national team ever. We are not only going to Paris with our incredible world beaters in athletics. Our rugby sevens, the Shujas, have qualified for the Olympics. Our women volleyball team, Malkia Strikers, have qualified for the Olympics. Our women rugby team, the Lionesses, still have a chance to qualify for the Olympics when they go again in May. We expect many other disciplines to join, and we are preparing an incredible Team Kenya for the Paris Olympics with just about 180 days to go. And I want to thank the National Olympics Committee of Kenya, led by this ageless, timeless legend, Paul Target. Let us give it up to Paul. Paul is leading the Olympics team incredibly well. Paul, together with your team, we thank you, we appreciate you. And we are very happy that for the first time ever, the preparations for these Olympics have been done in an incredibly organized manner. We started off way before we started the 1 year countdown. We then marked the 1 year countdown in a ceremony where we started counting down from 365 and a half days. And we've been marking off. Every day we mark off. So I want to assure the people of Kenya that for this year, Kenya will be incredibly well prepared for the Olympics. We are very proud of our Olympics heritage as a country. Africa's first ever Olympics medal is a Kenyan. The late Wilson Kiprugut Arap Chumo. We buried him about 16 months ago. And to honor him, we have changed the name of Kericho Green Stadium to Kiprugut Chumo Memorial Stadium in Kericho, in his memory. That is Africa's first ever medal from the Olympics. Africa's first ever gold medal is Kenya. The timeless, ageless Kipchoge Keino. Africa's first ever boxing gold medal is Kenya. The late Robert Wangila Napuni. Kenya has so many firsts, and the largest haul of medals by any African country in Olympics history is Kenya. And so this is a country with a very proud Olympics heritage. It's a heritage we are proud of and we want to defend strongly in Paris this year. That will be the next big one. And we are asking you corporates, what are you looking for if you don't want to plug into that heritage? I mean, whatever else you're plugging into, if you're not plugging into that incredible heritage, your marketing strategy must be something else. And so, this year, besides the Olympics, we have a few other events which I want to invite you to take a keen interest in. As I said, our football is back. And while all this is going on, there are a number of important football events that will be happening. Starting in March. You know that last year we launched our flagship project we call Talanta Hela. And the jewel in the crown of that Talanta Hela initiative was our under-19 inter-county football tournament that culminated in the selection of 3 national teams, 6 actually, for boys and girls. 3 boys teams and 3 girls teams. Under 15, under 17, under 20. For the first time this year, Kenya will be entering youth teams in World Cup qualifiers. So we'll have an under 17 World Cup team for Kenya. We'll have an under 20 World Cup team for this country. If you don't build it young, the Swahili have a beautiful saying, samaki mkunji angali mbichi. You have to do it at the youngest age possible. And we have realized that our West African counterparts, our North African counterparts, they don't have anything special compared to us in football. They just do it better. And we have borrowed the rule book. And one of the things we borrowed is to start investing heavily in our youth development programs. So we have selected those 3 teams for boys and girls, 6 teams in total. And we'll be starting preparations by taking these teams to the Mediterranean International Championship in Spain in March, where all our teams, under 15, under 17, under 20, will be participating against the rest of the world as part of preparing them to participate in the World Cup qualifiers. So again, those of you who are very keen on youth development, we have those 6 teams, under 15, under 17, under 20, boys and girls. You can pick any that ticks your boxes and we can discuss partnership. Still in the same football arena, Harambee Stars will be continuing participation in the World Cup qualifiers. We'll also be starting qualifiers for the Africa Cup of Nations 2025. Our women teams, the Harambee Starlets and Rising Starlets, will also be participating in various activities, and we invite you to take an interest in what will be going on in that respect. And then finally, we'll be investing very heavily in academies. We'll be very deliberate around that whole space of academies. Our Kenya Academy of Sports is the anchor institution for our Talanta Hela initiative. And that whole space of youth development. We'll be having a very robust program on basketball together with the NBA. And I want to thank the NBA who have constructed 2 elite basketball courts at our Academy of Sports in Kasarani as part of this partnership. And so we'll be having a very strong program around basketball. This year we'll be rolling out our rallying school. Our rallying school, you will recall that as the president launched Talanta Hela, he also announced plans to launch a rally school to develop our rallying talents. That program will be starting officially this year. We'll continue to work closely with the golf team to develop your youngsters. It's a space which we are very keen on, and many other spaces. So good people, we thank you once again for the partnership we have enjoyed. We assure you that this ministry is on the right trajectory. We assure you that government is very keen on investing heavily in sports, and we want you to be partners with us as we walk this journey. Of course, I cannot conclude without inviting you to join us as we start our official walk towards AFCON 2027, which Kenya will be co-hosting together with Uganda and Tanzania. I know there have been some concerns in some quarters regarding infrastructure for AFCON 2027. Excuse me. I want to dispel those concerns and to assure the country that our infrastructure development agenda for AFCON 2027 is on track, perfectly on track. We believe that we'll be ready on time and we'll be able to host an incredible Africa Cup of Nations in 2027. We are watching what is going on in Ababu closely, and we are confident we'll be able to put on something of incredibly high quality in 2027. And again, that space is now officially open for partnerships. We are welcoming corporates and other partners to join us in preparing for AFCON 2027. So asanteni sana, tuendelee kutembea pamoja. Media, this is a media event, and KBC, thank you for giving us a live feed for this event. Please join us in projecting this positive energy to the public. Good things are happening. Join us in informing Kenyans on the good things that are happening. Negative energy does not build a country. Even in criticism, let the criticism be constructive criticism. We were rather disappointed in the run-up to the bid for AFCON 2027. There was incredibly negative energy emanating out of Nairobi around the bid for AFCON. We invite you now to board this ship of positive energy and mobilize Kenyans around the agenda of using sports to contribute to our national development and our economic transformation. So media, we want to work with you every step of the way. The Sports Journalists Association, I can see your president is here. Where is the president? Yes, Bwana Windi. I want to thank you on behalf of your association and the sports journalists. You have become a really reliable partner for the ministry. Where you need to constructively criticize, you have done so. Where you need to support our programs, you have done so. And we thank you. And we assure you that the ministry will continue to work with yourself and your association to deliver on our agenda. Asanteni sana. Na sasa leo, as we talk here, we invite you to choose which space you want to support. And in supporting whichever space, we are not asking you to write checks to the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports. No. Don't give us money. Just pick a space you find in sync with your agenda and support it. If you think you can support our Team Kenya to Paris, we will want you to sit down with our peers and the President, Paul Target, and curate an arrangement that can enable you to be part of the journey to Paris 2024. If you think or you believe you want to be part of the WRC Safari Rally, we'll do the same. We have a very good team that we have put together to deliver the rally. We will link you to the rally project and you can deliver support directly to the rally project. If you want to support golf, we'll do the same. So the support we seek from you is not support ya kubeba kikapu kuomba omba. Sisi si wale watu wa omba omba. We are actually asking you to become partners. Partners in a space where we believe the benefits will come directly to you as a partner. And for us as a ministry and as a government, the benefits will percolate all the way to the bottom of the pyramid in the spirit of Talanta Hela Pesa Mfukoni, because we want to put money in the pockets of sportsmen and women. And every shilling you put in this space, I can assure you, it goes directly into the pockets of sportsmen and women. I just mentioned Agnes Ngetich, who has just broken a world record. Next week, this ministry will be handing Agnes a 5 million Kenya shilling check for her world record. And good people, that is the standard the ministry has set. We announce that every world record you break, besides anything else, we welcome you home with a 5 million shilling check. Na hiyo si pesa yenu corporates. Hiyo ni sisi tumejipanga. Tumejipanga. And all of them, Faith Kipyegon, Kevin Kiptum, and now Agnes Ngetich, each one of them who has broken a world record has received their 5 million shilling reward. Anybody winning a gold medal for this country receives the 3 million shilling reward for winning a gold medal. Everybody winning a silver medal is getting their 2 million shillings. Everybody winning a bronze medal is getting their 1 million shillings. That is part of our revised reward scheme. In that reward scheme, no corporate puts in money. Sisi tumejipanga tu kama serikali. Hii ni serikali ambayo imejipanga. Okay? And we are telling you, government is already leading the way in pesa mfukoni. Pesa mfukoni. Honestly, with that level of support from government, you corporates would still be reluctant to come on board and do the same. Come on board and do the same. Come on board and support Olympics, support golf, support the rally, support our football team, support everything else that is happening in this space. And as I have already said, the value proposition for you is absolutely immense. Tunawashukuru sana, and we are ready to walk with you all the way to the top. As they say in Africa, you want to go fast, you walk alone. You want to go far, you walk with others. We want to go far together with you. Asanteni sana. Thank you. And so, are we doing a harambe now? PS, can I now call a harambe? Now, let me now ask this essay to guide us to the next segment, because I'm sure there are people who came here. Some of the CEOs did not come here because they believed we are going to call a harambe at the end of this. Tell your CEOs, those who are not here, tell them no. These guys are not interested in harambes. These guys are only interested in partnership. Partnership that takes advantage of the premium brand that Kenyan sports is. Kenyan sports has a higher value than tea, higher value than coffee, higher value than tourism. Kenyan sport is actually Kenya's premium export to the world. And we are telling you, become partners in branding this beautiful heritage and showcasing it to the world. Asanteni sana.